The round of 16 continues as the host team Czechia takes on France. Here in the round of 16, we already know who's going to play in that matchup. Team USA awaits the winner of the matchup between these two teams. The third ever meeting between France and Czechia, in which both clubs have won a game. Canada and USA already punched their ticket to the quarterfinals. Same with Portugal on an outstanding performance from Clara Silva, 37 points, a high in this year's U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. Aaron Sanders with you once again from Brno, Czechia. And we're glad you're able to tune in what has been an outstanding day of round of 16 competition. A look at France wearing their white jerseys and Czechia wearing their reds. We start with France, who is ranked second in the power ranking, fourth in the FIBA World Rankings, and placed second in Group C competition with a 1-1 record. They are led by number 19, their center, you see on the far right, Sarah Cisse, who averages 14.5 points per game and the most boards per game out of the entire U19 World Cup at 12. They average 74.5 points per game and 51 boards per game, which is good for fourth place in both departments. Czechia is in 10th place in rebounds per game with 41.3 a game, and they're being led by the only player that has scored more than 10 points a game, and that is Emilia Berzanova, the shooting guard, who had 16 points against Argentina back on the 13th, a 42% shooter. Compared to France's 74.5 points per game, Czechia only shoots 57. They had a 1-2 record, which was good for third place in Group D, ranked 10th in the power rankings coming into the tournament, 16th in the FIBA World. They lost to Japan by 15, won against Argentina. Their first win in U19 competition, 77-49, and then lost Spain by 13 points yesterday. France won against Brazil 83-47 on the 12th, and then yesterday fell to Australia in a shocker 70-66. I should correct myself for Czechia. They ended up getting first place in 2001. This is their 7th appearance in the U19 World Cup. France, no strangers, their 10th appearance, and they've only won a medal once, and that was back in 2013, where they ended up with silver. In 2023, 2 years ago, they missed the podium as they placed fourth in the bronze medal game. They've only appeared to play for a medal twice, 2 years ago and in 2013. One of these two will advance to the quarterfinals to go 1-1 against USA on Friday. We'll find out who it is in the next hour and change. We'll step aside for the national anthems, and we'll be back with more coverage of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. We are moments away from tip-off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite you to stand up for the national anthems. Dámy a pánové, prosím, povstaňte, zazní státní hymny, první státní hymna Francie. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Czechia. Nyní zazní hymna Česka.
Crowd still filing in into the arena for the round of 16 game between France and Czechia. Gifts and pleasantries being exchanged at the moment. And as they exchange pleasantries, we'll take a look at the officiating crew for this contest. From Norway, it will be Viola Georgi. Australia has Ruben Wolcock. And from Latvia, Elvis Benders Koders. The quarterfinal matchups being filled out as we speak. And one of these two will advance. Once again, those are your officials. We are 3 minutes away from the opening tip in Czechia. Stay where you are as we take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams. Stella Colas along with Ayeno Risache, Inez Pitarch Granel, Sarah Cisse, the top scorer for one of the top scorers for France, and Nell Ongloma, who averages 20 points per game for Ariel Bonen's crew. And your starting five for the home team, Czechia: Emilia Berzunova, Ima Kamenikova, my mistake, Emma Blahova, Marina Hamzova, and Katarina Kana. And out of all those five, remember, Berzunova averages 11 points per game, the only player to average 10 points or more. As Victor Prusa will have his hands full as Czechia looks for the upset against France to punch their ticket to the quarterfinal. Who will be the MVP of the FIBA U19 Women's World Cup? Cast your votes in the link pinned in the YouTube live chat. This is Aaron Sanders on the call. Hope you're able to enjoy this contest like you have for the USA and China game, which USA took care of business as they tie the all-time record for most wins consecutively. Tony Thatch joining us once again, and we welcome AC, Kalyan Sarkar, Suhaila Saleh, many people that have joined in and become a part of the FIBA YouTube membership. France trying to shake off a 70-66 loss to Australia yesterday, and Czechia looking to bounce back after a 13-point defeat to Spain. Canada and Portugal already punched their ticket to the quarterfinals along with the USA. Hungary edging Nigeria 17-13 at the moment. Brazil and Japan will get underway in an hour and change, and Australia and Argentina will wrap up the round of 16 competition. But in the meantime, France and Czechia will have at it. Katarina Kana will jump in for Czechia, and Sarah Cisse for France. Crowd definitely coming alive as the tip is controlled by France right away, and that's Inez Pitarch Granel who controls it. France 1-1, that's good for second in Group B. Czechia third in Group D with a 1-2 record. Runaway layup, that's off the mark, picked up by Cisse, who gets her first point of the contest. Ongloma, the top scorer for France, goes up and under and scores her first two. Nell Ongloma scored a bit high, 21 points against Brazil. Last game had a handful, 19 points, 7 rebounds and change. Czechia starts with the ball, their first touch. Here is Berzunova in the paint, goes back upstairs to Kana. Kana drives right inside, offhand, no good. Ayanoa Risache, one of the remaining players from last year's U17 World Cup squad. She joined Sarah Cisse as the only two from that squad a year ago. Demacola with 4 assists per game, 10th in the U19s. Bounce pass on Loma, fires away, that ball's short. Rebound pulled down by Bersanova. Bersanova with 2.7 rebounds per game. To bring the ball up the floor to Maria Hansnova. That goes in and out. Heartbreak City for Czechia as Cisse bullies her way for another rebound. France with the lone field goal. It's because of Nell Ongloma, who misses another runaway layup. Back comes Emma Blahova for Czechia. Asking for the ball is Donna down deep. They play it easily to her, and that is scrapped away. Cola's on the move. Cola's the point guard. Back on Loma, the small forward. Bounce pass to Cisse, who's in the restricted area. Flings it away to make it 4-0. Sarah Cisse with 2 minutes gone by in the first. Kamimikova up and in. Break the scoring seal for Czechia. Kamimikova, a 23% shooter. Not known for scoring a lot in the U19s, close to 3 a game. Far side, far wing. Inside, Cisse, pull up, got it. Cisse says it's 6-2 France. Crossover dribble, Blahova, the point guard. Back to Bersanova. Top scorer for Czechia. Quarter pocket now retreating down to the lane. Up and under is Kamimikova. Yeah, that's the only way it's going to be a close game if you go for interior attacks. Sarah Cisse blows the layup, and it's good for Czechia as Bersanova is able to pass the timeline. We played 3 minutes in the first quarter. It's a tight one. 6-4. Ball stripped, recovered by Kana, the center. Falls away over Cisse. Up and no good. Bersanova got there too late, and now it's Colas on the pass to Ayanoa Risache. So we have a collision up top of the tee. France making some changes for the first time. Foul committed by Emma Kamimikova. Ayesatu Kita checking in for Cisse. If it's going to be a game of post presence, they're definitely going to need Cisse well balanced and ready to go. We'll take a couple of minutes off. 3 from the wing, hit for Risache for the third block. 9-4 France. Blahova and Kamimikova with the 3 of her own. Emma Kamimikova carrying Czechia. The early moments of this one, they are down by 2. Ayanoa Risache asking for the ball, but it's down low to Kita. Kita to Risache underneath. She'll head to the line. Czechia foul on Nikola Vejerova. Let us know where you're tuning in from on the live chat. We love to have the pleasure of your company. We had a handful of people from Indiana, Texas, Nigeria in the previous game between USA and China. First free throw was good. Quick look at Anis Tagayi, number 5, who checked in for France not so long ago, as Ayanoa Risache hits both free throws. A 67% free throw shooter in the U19s this year. France leads by 4 early in the first. Bersanova is guarded by Colas. as she breaks free, whips into Kamenikova, who scored a handful of points early on. Shot clock reads 3. Dribble drive on the right side of the baseline, and here is Kamenikova, who gets it off in time and makes it in. Oh, wait a minute. They may say no basket, and it is no basket. Had it in her hands right when the shot clock buzzer went off. So they negate the basket. Tough luck for Czechia, but they have to go back on the other end. That's where Nell Angloma is trying to operate. She stumbles her way through the lane and will have 2 free throws. A 56% free throw shooter is Angloma. France at the line, 64%, 11th best out of the 16 teams this year. They have made a total of 10 appearances, which includes this year, and once again only has 1 medal in U19 play, and that was back in 2013 where they took silver. Second free throw up and in for Angloma. Czechia, 1-2 record. Their lone victory was against Argentina back on Sunday, 77-49. Verzanova trying to spin away. Kamenikova at the pocket. Hamzova deals with Angloma. Shot clock reads 2. She has to put it up and will not, as she is met by a lot of white shirts. Isache asking for the ball, but instead gets it from Tagayi. The air ball handled by Hamzova. Lahova felt a lot of pressure going in to the other side, and Vicharova unable to hold on. We have 4:33 remaining in the first. France leads 12-7. A lot of Czechia fans filing into the arena. See their home team on the quest to advance to the quarterfinal on Friday. A wonderful pick results in a nice bucket for Aisatu Kita, who hits her first field goal in the U19. Prior to that, she only got her points from the foul line. Verzanova with an easy kick out. 3 ball. Too strong. That goes up, and Kita snags the board. France up by 3 possessions. Crossover dribble, left side, no good. And it's Teresa Pavlosova on the board. Nell Angloma missed the bucket, and the foul committed by Shad Bassier. And so far for France, their leading scorer is Ayanoa Risache with 4 points. Issei has 4, Angloma with 3. Czechia, 7 points have all come from Ema Kamenikova. Which is interesting when you look at her stats. She averages nearly 3 points per game and is leading for Czechia. France with 2 more fouls to give. Czechia out of fouls with 3:34 to play in the first. Anna Belichova has the rock, dishes it to Pavasova. Pavasova in trouble, looking for the saucer pass. It was last touched by France. There will be a timeout by Czechia with 3:23 remaining. A quick moment to calm down their nerves. They're shooting 43% from the field, 50 from three-point land. It has been a tight-knit contest in the first quarter. France has the lead over Czechia 14-7. 3:24 to go in the opening quarter. And it's Teresa Pavasova to play it in. Incidentally, Katarina Kana checked back in prior to the timeout, and same with Ines Pertars-Grenell. A quick fling as the shot clock goes off. And Pertars-Grenell threw it back to the official because even she thought it was a shot clock violation. The ball did not graze the rim at all. And a good call from the official to give France the ball instead of granting them the turnover. It was a shot clock violation by Czechia. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Pertars-Grenell slices her way to the lane, misses the shot, picked up by Pavasova. Pavasova deep to Kana. And we see early on Czechia trying to match France in terms of pace. But it has not worked in their favor as that led to their 7th turnover. Underneath, a long shot from Stella Kessler. More changes being made. In the meantime, be sure to join the FIBA U19 membership. We have 3 tiers and rookie, starter, and MVP, which gives you a lot of perks and access to our Discord Q&A session where yours truly, along with the other commentators of this year's U19s, will moderate. Give us a shout out and ask us the question down in the Discord, but that's only if you subscribe to the YouTube membership. Pavasova from deep is picked up by Pertars-Grenell. Underneath for the bucket is Pertars-Grenell, who averages 8 points per game, and now gives France a 16-7 lead. Out of bounds on Pilarova. We remain in the first quarter. Once again, the winner of this one will face USA in the quarterfinal on Friday. This is the round of 16 in the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup, and France is taking care of business as they're close to 20 thanks to Stella Kessler. An 11-point difference as Czechia is playing catch-up. Pilarova to the basket and scores for 2. On the other end, Pertars-Grenell was met at the bucket by Barbara Shupova. Shupova saying shoo, shoo, shoo off of the block. At halftime, Hungary leads Nigeria 39-21. Everybody playing for a trip to the quarterfinal. We've seen a lot of impressive action in the last few days. There's Stella Kessler with the stutter step. It has that denied. Another chance for France. Upstairs, Tagayi. And we have a whistle, no basket. So far in the quarterfinals, we know that Portugal will face Spain. Spain did not have a round of 16 game by way of getting a bye. Canada's also in. Same with Team USA. We're going to have an official review on the final play with 1:11 to go. let's have a look for ourselves. All right, here we go. This is not live. They're in the official review of the last play. It may be based on whether if it was a block. And to see if the shot clock will reset. Yep, it looked to be a block on Pavasova from that angle. Pavasova had contact, and you could see that as the ball changed directions the moment Kessler let the ball go. And now the question is, did the ball hit the rim? And if it did hit the rim, the shot clock would reset to 14. If it only hit the glass, then the shot clock would have continued from where it stopped. I'm assuming that's what they're looking at right now. And I'm assuming if the ball did hit the rim, the direction of the ball and the ball itself would just close in a little more in the center instead of having a direct flight on the left side. If that makes any sense, please let me know. It's just based on the direction of the ball. If the ball did deflect off the rim, then the shot clock should reset to 14. If it didn't, then it should continue to where it was before. Let's get the official ruling. They are going to reset the shot clock, but the question is to where? To be or not to be, that is the question. And they will reset it to 14. I guess it was indicated that it did hit the rim. And with France getting a second chance anyhow, it will give them 14 seconds on the shot clock. So all of that has been cleared up. It is France ball with 14 on the shot clock. Tough shot contested by Czechia. Well done by them as it's pulled down by Pilarova. But nothing comes of that as they throw it away. We have 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the first. This is Aaron Sanders on the call. Round of 16 game between France and the host team, Czechia. Spot up J from Kolas, you bet. Kolas cool on the jumper. They give France 20. Down to 44 seconds. A spot up three, no good. There was only one red shirt down to box out, and that was Pilarova, and she was beat off the box out. Kolas looking to go 2 for 2. Skips it outside. Corner, pocket, three. Bingo, bango for Ayanoa Risache. And France really capitalizing on the turnovers of Czechia. A difference of 1.5 seconds between the second of the shot clock and game clock. 3 on the way, off the mark for Pilarova. Second chance, up and under. That's no good. And it's put back down by Barbara Shubova. But it's France who has the lead at the end of 1. Top scorer for Czechia still Ema Kamenikova, who has 7 points. And France stepping up in the final couple of minutes of the first quarter. They are being led by Ayanoa Risache, who scored the 3 on the last trip. Second quarter coming up from Brno, Czechia. Here we are, second quarter. Czechia will start with the ball. Czechia having problems in shot choices. They're shooting 33%, 5 of 15. They've snagged down 11 rebounds. A +2 over France. That's the good thing going for them, but they have to put some points up and be wise on their passes because it has led to a handful of turnovers in the first 10 minutes of action. 6 remains on the shot clock. Pavasova having a lot of trouble at the top of the key. Down low, picked off. Here is Sarah Cisse on the run. It was a 2-on-1. It was thwarted off of the steal from Pilarova. Fake out from Blahova. She's back upstairs. And she has an option down low for Shubova, and she is smothered. Goes for the quick bang-dang pass to Kana. Kana misses over Tagayi. There's the pull-up. Yes. The do ball for Stella Kessler. She had a couple of buckets in the first. It's up by 14. First minute and change in the second. That's another Czechia turnover picked up by Kessler. Outlet to Tagayi, who resets. And it's down to Cisse, who is looking to call bank, but instead picks up the contact. Here's a second free throw, rattles in and out for Cisse, but it leads on another 2-for-1 opportunity as Anis Tagayi is able to finish. Grzanova backing down Kessler, falls away and falls short. France ahead, 28-11. The teardrop by Colas doesn't go. Cisse tried to smack it out with a steal, but it goes out of bounds instead. You have a chance to win some great prizes on the official FIBA website by playing the U19 Women's World Cup Game Predictor. Let us know what you think by heading over to the website now. Pilarova stumbled there as she passed the half-court line. Here's Berzanova again. Actually, it's Kamenikova, the leading scorer for Czechia. Either way, has that taken away by Bassier. Angloma goes for 2. He went around the world on that play, and that leads into a nice deuce for France as they lead 30-11. Czechia will talk it over. Rough goings for Czechia early in the second quarter. They are down by double digits. They have committed a total of 11 turnovers in the contest. You compare that to France, they've only had one. There's been only 3 players that have scored for Czechia. Kamenkova is one of them, along with Pilarova and Shabova. Hamzova with the rock. Played by Angloma as they play to the other end of the perimeter. Berzanova goes to the basket and is denied. Fast break coming up for France, but they slow it down. They lead 30-11. Quick stop by Colas as she gets the jumper off of the fake. "21 points, that's the difference as we play 3 minutes in the third." And off to Pilarova. Pilarova to Berzanova from the line, no. Rebound picked up by Bossier. Colas to Angloma, who is fouled at the arc, and will shoot 3. Angloma, 56% free throw shooter. Currently has 5 points and is 1 for 2 at the line today. Angloma picked up 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals in the loss to Australia yesterday. Her tournament high is beyond her average, 21 points. She is the best scorer coming into the round of 16, 20 points a game. The small forward goes 2 for 2 on her first couple of free throws. She goes 2 for 3 on that trip. It is 34-11. Full court pressure now backed off. Bossier was the only one that did not slow the pressure down. Czechia still looking for a bucket here in the second quarter. Pilarova for 3. She follows through, scooped up by Kamenkova as she was fighting for the box out. It'll be Czechia ball from underneath the basket. They have yet to score in the 3 minutes and 47 seconds we played in the second. France, ironically, has 11 points in this period. We see Tunisia Maël checking in for France. And slithering and sliding into the lane is Nell Angloma again. She picked up 4 points in the last 2 touches she had after shooting 3 free throws and making 2. Maria Hamzova having trouble trying to swing it. Ball movement not there for Czechia. And that is an indication of that with Nikola Večeřová being out-muscled underneath the basket. Delacolas on the foul. It is 6 p.m. local time in Czechia. 5:28 to play in the half. Hamzova strolls her way to the bucket and misses. It will stay with Czechia. A lot of chances for Czechia to get back into the contest that they have been unable to capitalize. They've had 5 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, but only converted 2 points off the second chances. Verzanova forces the turnover. Both of these teams kept it close at the start of the game, but it's been all France ever since. They are up 36-11. They have limited Czechia to no points at this stage of the quarter. And France will take a timeout with 5:17 to go. They're up by 25.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
France have capitalized on a lot of Czechia's turnovers. Out of the 12 turnovers, they have cashed in on 12 points, which makes things evenly matched. The difference is 25, with France leading 36-11 over Czechia. Here's the J, that's good for Angloma. Right out of the timeout.
Substitution tým Czechia. Tým Česká střídá.
Here's another look underneath. Janizia Mayel adds two more to that. So it's on Gloma and Mayel connecting on back-to-back buckets after the timeout. Oh, they decided to go off the back. We have seen a handful of that in a lot of FIBA tournaments. Usually gets the job done. Takes a little bit of time for Kita to go underneath. A smart play, maybe they'll try it again. Just pay attention to Anna Belachova, number 31, is right in front of Stella Kessler. Will they try to do it again? Nope, not this time. They're far away from it. Smart decision. Naima Quadio now in. She did not play yesterday against Australia. And Naima Quadio immediately gets her first foul. There's full court pressure from France. And they're giving Czechia all the space to break. Here's Belachova. Belachova steps back, steps inside of the paint, puts one up, no good. And Czechia's scoring qualms continue in the second. They have been ice cold. No PAR there, down to 4 on the 24. Kamenikova almost bailed them out.
First personal foul number 3. První osobní chyby se dnešní hráčka s číslem 3. Janizia Mayel.
Two free throws on the way. That will break the scoring spell for Czechia, thanks to Ema Riteska. Not only Czechia's first point of the quarter, but Ema's first free throw made in the U19. She doubles up. And the score is now 40-13. France has been smothering Czechia every chance they could get. Inside and in the backcourt too with their pressure. Forcing them to make turnovers, which has led to plenty of plays for France. And with 3:48 remaining until halftime, they are ahead by 27. Here's Kessler, feeds it to Guadio, and she is met at the rim by Kamenikova. Czechia still looking for their first field goal of the quarter. They almost had it from Berzanova. Loose ball on the floor is tied up, and it goes back to France. Let us know where you're tuning in from while watching this game by using the live chat function. We'd love to hear where you're coming from. France definitely in control in the first half of play. 5 on the shot clock. Up and under is Mayel, who misses. Another tangle up. That leads to a foul with 0.1 on the shot clock. Les Bleus well up ahead. There's a foul on Naima Guadio, her second of the quarter. Helen Rico, who did not play against Australia, will get her first couple of minutes on the floor. Emilia Berzanova getting the first free throw. All 3 points from Czechia in this quarter have come from the line. Richo checked in for Aisatu Kita. Those free throws good as gold. Berzanova, her first 2 points in the game. She usually averages 11, but France has done a good job putting the clamps on her. Rebound, poked around, heads out of bounds as it heads back to Czechia. USA awaits the winner of this round of 16 game for Friday's quarterfinal matchup. Under 3 minutes to go until halftime, the host team Czechia is trailing 40-15. Shooting has been ice cold, and the layup is no good for Veterova. Mayel straight away to Petrarch-Grinnell. Angloma denies the pick, takes the only one in double digits with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Her efficiency level is at 11. She is a plus 18 for the day. Stelis Kolas with 4 points is a plus 21. The only player on the positive side for Czechia as plus minuses are concerned is Ema Riteska. With 2 points, she is a plus 1. And Gloma takes a seat with a huge lead for France. Ayanoa Risache returns to the lineup. There's the pass down low. It's intended for Pavasova, but it's intercepted. Bounce pass underneath, which leads to Petar Grenell to lose control. Czechia has to display some force in the basket and finish strong. Telerova still looking for Czechia's first field goal, unable to hit. Risache with a no-looker to Mael. And the donut misses the coffee on that trip, but will stay with Les Bleus. Pass taken by Rateska. And that will be the first field goal for Czechia in the quarter. It took 8 minutes and 49 seconds, but they finally got it to go. Naima Quadio doesn't find the bucket.
Second personal foul na ten. Jeho osobní chyby počtu hráčka s číslem 10 Eva Bláhová.
Free throws coming up for Quadio. She misses. She has yet to score a point in the tournament this year. Did not play yesterday. She averages 4 rebounds a game though. Misses both. Rateska on the rebound as she plays it far away. Blahova in the middle. Picks up her dribble and now gets it back. Far in the quarter, now in deep Rateska. Passes it back, 3 to shoot. Pass and shot easily rejected by Inez Petarsh-Granell. Ayanoa Risache to Selin Richo. Rico and Risache. Great passing from France. They have to pay attention to the shot clock. They're down to 3. Risache with 2. Bombs away. Put her there. Risache with the 1-2. And France, who averages 74.5 points per game, beyond their average as we head into halftime. 2 on the clock. That will count if it goes. 3 ball is short by Emma Blahova. So Czechia was ice cold in the second quarter. They only put up a total of 6 points in the last 10 minutes. And they were led by Ema Kamenikova, who was ice cold in the second. She ends up with a total of 7 points, but it's been sharing the basketball and be able to show their defensive prowess for France. 2 players in double-digit figures. Nell and Gloma leading the way with 13 points. Ayanoa Risache with that 3 now has 11 and her 3rd triple. The rebounds, an even game at 21 apiece. 45-17 is your score at the break. This is Aaron Sanders. I'll have the call for the second half when we could continue from Brno, Czechia in 15 minutes. You're watching live coverage of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
Education health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
And drive, not rising. We are arriving, not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot.
Earned.
Taken.
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
forged in sweat,
Ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
And welcome back to the round of 16 game between France and Czechia. In Brno, France running away with the game 45-17 as we're approaching the third quarter. Aaron Sanders on the call. Thank you for joining us wherever you may be. By the way, let us know where you're tuning in from throughout the rest of the game while you still can. France being led by Nel Angloma, who has 13 points, along with Ayanoa Risache, who has 11. Czechia, an ice-cold second quarter for them. They only had a total of 6 points and 1 field goal. They are being led by Ema Kamenikova, who is stuck with 7 points and stuck in a way that she has not scored since the end of the first quarter. She was responsible for Czechia's first 7 points and haven't responded since. We're underway in the second half with Stella Kolas getting the ball and being pushed out of bounds. France getting a taste of their own medicine. They gave Czechia the business by applying the double team every time they came across the court. And Czechia must have said during the break, this may be the way to start piling up the points. They did not get a field goal until the 1:10 mark in the second quarter. Underneath, no good for Sarah Cisse. Cisse with 5 points and 5 boards for the afternoon. Emma Blachova to Berzanova. Maria Hamzova asking for a screen. Kamenikova backs away. That leads into a steal, and it will be the foul on Czechia. .9:15 to go. We just saw Ariel Bonin having a conversation with Stella Kolas. Kolas with 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. A plus 21 for the day. And the play is under official review. I believe they're going to check to see if it's an unsportsmanlike foul. So back to the monitors we go. So after official review, it is an unsportsmanlike foul on Maria Hamzova. So 2 free throws and the ball for France with Stella Kolas making the first. 47-17 is the score now. Again, Team USA awaits the winner of this round of 16 games, and those two will meet in the quarterfinal on Friday. Here's the pull-up from Colas. No. Earlier in that USA game, Dawn Staley, the head coach of South Carolina, was there, probably scouting this year's edition of the U19 Team USA. Czechia has the ball. They are behind by 30. First minute and change in the third quarter. And the reason why Czechia has fallen behind in this game has been the amount of turnovers for most of the first half. They piled up a total at the moment of 16 turnovers. France with only 4. There was a time where the ratio was 12-1. There's 2.6 seconds left on the shot clock. Czechia will have to be aware of the clock. They haven't been able to do that well for the game. Amzova with the teardrop, no. Czechia, the host team for this year's U19 Women's World Cup. They won gold back in 2001. 2 years ago, they ended up in 7th. France ended up with a silver finish back in 2013, but 2 years ago missed the podium by losing the bronze medal game. Here's the shovel pass. And Maria Hamzova, who was called for the unsportsmanlike foul just a while ago. Here's the spot-up shot from Kana, no good. There's a fake out from Pitarsh Grenell from the left side as she hits the ground. .742 left in the third. First free throw missed by Pitarsh Grenell. Her first trip at the foul line. 67% foul shooter in group play. As her third point as France gets close to 50. France trying to recover from a heartbreaking loss to Australia by 4 last night. Czechia looking to pull off the upset, but they are behind by 31. Here's the baby hook from Kamenikova. She misses it. Remember, she has not scored since the first quarter. And that will lead into a backcourt violation as Blahova goes into the backcourt. Delacolas active on the floor today. Here's Cisse with the mismatch on Kamenikova. Out to the pocket. Pitarsh Grenell doesn't hit, but follows up on her own rebound. Gets close, takes one dribble, and passes it to Tagayi. No good. Two minutes to go between Hungary and Nigeria. It looks like Hungary is going to run away with the victory. They currently lead 75-45. In an hour, Brazil and Japan will tip off, followed by Australia and Argentina to wrap up the round of 16. Earlier today, Canada defeated Korea 70-58. Portugal over Israel 83-80. Over Clara Silva's impressive 37.9 in double-double to change. USA over China 122-57. Which leads us to here. A bucket for France as they break the 50-point mark. Sarah Cisse on the bucket. Looking around is Blahova. She goes for the overhead pass, and that goes awry. The match that's already been confirmed is Portugal and Spain in the quarterfinal on Friday. Spain again getting the automatic bye. Winner of this will play USA, and Canada will await what happens in the last 3 games that we have around. Australia, Argentina, and Brazil and Japan.
First personal foul number 19. První osobní chybek se dopouští hráčka s číslem 19, Sarah Cisse.
6:15 to go. France shooting 44%. Czechia having a rough evening, shooting 17.6. But they have knocked down all of their free throws. They push it to the front court now with Yulia Pilarova. Both teams have amassed 26 rebounds. The rebounds have been pretty close, but when it comes to scoring in the paint, that's all France, 18-10. Runaway layup, no good. Flamingo fade away, that it goes. That's good for Nikola Večeřová, who makes it 50-19. He gets her first field goal in the ball game and gives Czechia their first field goal of the quarter as well. On the breakaway, Berzanova, corner pocket for a long 2. Emilia Berzanova averaging 11 points per game, but she has been limited throughout the entire. She only has 4 points. Ball nearly picked up by Vassier, and now it's the Czechia run. They were in mismatched numbers, and now they reset. Mavasova out to Berzanova, was feeling anxious on the 3.
Substitution, both teams.
Again, scoring has been the issue for Czechia, no doubt about it. It took them almost 4 minutes and change to get their first field goal in the 3rd quarter. And the paint presence continue to be an issue, with Enes Pitar-Skrinel getting 2 more. Berzanova locating Brzeteska. Brzeteska with 1 foot in the key. Czechia finally going to the mid-range. The runaway layup's no good for Teresa Pavasova. Overhead pass down low. That may come at a cost for Czechia as Večeřová got rocked. Was able to regain her composure. Zone defense staggered by Czechia. 5 on the 24. Kessler up and under. Doesn't hit that one. Both teams with 1 more foul to give before they go over the limit. Pavasova locates Perzanova. Gets the double team right away as she flings it over to Vecharova. Who has not been having a good day at the paint. She got hit on the other end and met on the other end too, but it worked out for Ayanoa Risache, who puts in another deuce. And Czechia seeking some answers as they are in a mount of frustration right now. This France team has been overbearing, to say the least. It is 54-21. France leads in the quarter 9-4.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
.3-point lead for France. Czechia having a hard time when it comes to mid-range presence. France with the advantage. And Czechia doing all they can to make up for the lack of depth down low. Another turnover for Czechia, which was the story in the first half. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. And France has led since the start of the game. Stella Kessler, who has been stellar in the mid-range. As she was trying to get the pass to Aissatou Kita. Another break for France. 8 remains on the clock. Kessler back up top. Goes to the key. Inside for Kita. And Bassier loses control of the ball and could not pick it up in time. Perzanova and Czechia committing another turnover. Here's a run, a little bit of a hopscotch from Pitash Grenell. It's still France ball. Czechia asking for a travel, will not get it, but will get the rebound by way of Ema Rateska. Foul committed by Kessler. Here's Pilarova. To the right side is Pavasova. 3-ball, no good. They have not hit a 3 since the first quarter. Great deflection from Teresa Pavasova. Pavasova was boxing out Kita, which is a hard task too. 3 bounces off, and it will remain with France.
Substitution.
Substitutions for both teams with 1:35 to go. George Grinnell checking out. Kessler with the dribble and out of the chest pass ahead to Rico. Rico down to Kitta. Rico just checked in for Petarz Grinnell, and Blahova checked in for Berzanova. Yulia Pedorova with the foul. France second place in Group C with a 1-1 record, therefore competing against the third place Czechia in Group D competition, who put up a 1-2 record. They have led for most of the way. Czechia kept it close in the first quarter, but their shooting fell off halfway. Rebound pulled down by Pavlsova. Final minute, third quarter. Emma Rateska for three. Their first triple since the first quarter. Yeah, that brings down the damage to 30. Czechia 2 of 24 from outside. France doesn't capitalize on another triple. They are now 3 of 10, 30% from outside. A fast break for Czechia. Blahova swings it back. Pavlsova, another triple. That doesn't hit. And another opportunity for Czechia as the teardrop doesn't go down. Don't forget to become an official member of the FIBA YouTube membership. We have the rookie, starter, and MVP tiers. It will allow you to unlock exclusive content, custom badges, access to our dedicated Q&A Discord server. The tough layup is no good for Pilarova, and there goes the horn to end the third quarter, in which France is leading 54-24 over Czechia. A low-scoring affair. France had 23 at the end of one, then 22 in the second. Only 9 points in the quarter. Czechia limited to 7 points in the third, but they did better from the second quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. The winner will play USA in the quarterfinal on Friday. Quarter, and it's France ball as they lead by 30. with a trip to the quarterfinals at stake. France has smothered Czechia by way of the turnovers they forced while shooting 38% from the field. Mael going up and under, and she gets met at the rim with a rejection. Pavasova is invited to the block party. And a quick steal, heads up play, and a dynamite one. Fantastic play from Pilarova. Here's the up and under. Nothing there. Back upstairs to Blahova. Three-point line, Pavasova cuts in deep. Draws a foul and will head to the line. First free throw up and in for Teresa Pavasova. Both of them goes down as she gets her first 2 points of the game. Pavasova, a 50% free throw shooter, making it easy work. And Czechia remains flawless at the foul line. 6 for 6 for the day. Sarah Cisse all alone and blows a tire. Della Colas to Risache. Risache sachets it over to Cisse. Cisse to Risache. Risache down low, Rico with one on the clock and is met heavily by Pavasova. Czechia much better on defense in the last couple of minutes, and as I say that, they throw it away. Here's Stella Cola's tough take. Stella will head to the line to shoot two. Foul committed by Kamenikova. Still one of the leading scorers for Czechia, along with Emma Rateska. 7 points apiece for those two. The problem is, Kamenikova has not scored since the end of the first. Two players in double-digit figures for France and the game, and that is Risache and Angloma. Colas approaching the 10-point mark as she knocks down the second free throw. 7 points for Colas. Czechia with the ball, deep three, doesn't fly, pulled down by Risache. Risache capitalizing on her fourth rebound, and that doesn't amount to anything. 3-on-3 opportunity, corner three, off the mark. And Colas had a hard time getting her position outside of the paint. 8:24 in regulation. France 55, Czechia 26. France with 2 fouls, Czechia with 1. Blahova on the pass to Pavasova, and she is met with contact. That will be on Rico. They will take 2. Blahova has the rock. She goes for the three. And it hits off the top of the iron. Cisse immediately met by Blahova. They pierce the timeline and feed it to Mael. Mayel Nicola, very active in the second half. It's back to Rico with 5 to shoot. And Colas misses it. And she is stunned. And will shoot 2 more free throws where she is 3 of 4. Colas puts the first one away. More action coming up in the round of 16, Brazil and Japan. Just 40 minutes away. Justin Taylor will have the call of that one. And then the capper of Australia and Argentina will be called by Glenn Larmer. So those 2 gentlemen will lead you the rest of the way, and play-by-play in this round of 16 begins to wrap up. Shot denied by Risache. And Risache picking up her first block of the game. That is the 4th in total for France. Czechia has a total of 8. .7:32 to play in regulation. Hand off back to the inbounder, Blahova. 1 on the shot clock. Kamenikova, another Czechia turnover from the shot clock. And those turnovers have been awfully tough. Clock awareness has not been Czechia's friend today. We welcome the viewers who watched Hungary defeat Nigeria 77-51. They will advance to the quarterfinal on Friday. This is Aaron Sanders on the call for France and Czechia. It's been all France since the start of this game, and it's pulled away by Pilarova, who is on a breakaway, and an unsportsmanlike foul will give Czechia 2 free throws and the ball. That is the 3rd unsportsmanlike foul in the contest. .7:03 in the game. France ahead by 30. And it will be Yulia Pilarova's turn to go to the line. Prior to this game, she's been perfect at the foul line. And as I say that, I jinxed her. And I'm very sorry that I said that. She misses both free throws. Pilarova with only 2 points for the day, along with 4 rebounds. Czechia with the rock. And it's skipped over to Berzanova. Berzanova met by Mayel. Berzanova hops, skips, jumps, dances, slides, fires, and gets fouled. Berzanova at the line. And missed another free throw. That is 4 straight misses for Czechia. And goes 1 for 2 to make it 56-27. Pass batted away by Pilarova. And France will still have it. The pass was intended for Petar Skrinel. It looks like France gave it away. Back to Czechia. Habsova given the right side. Flings it up and doesn't get it down. Isa Tukita. Skrinel on the teardrop. Let's put back in by Janasia Mael. And Czechia will call timeout with France well ahead. Now 6:15 to go. France 58, Czechia 27. In a game where France never looked back right from the get-go. The third meeting all time between France and Czechia. With both teams with a win apiece. Ball swatted by Kita, which leads into another trip for France. Dylan Rico, who did not play yesterday, got a couple of buckets this afternoon. Off the double team, Mael will head to the line. Czechia down to one more foul to give. First free throw up and under. That's good. Here's the second one. Good as gold as France eclipses the 60-point mark. USA awaiting the winner of this one. It appears to be France with 5 minutes to go. Portugal versus Spain. Hungary will await the winner of Australia and Argentina. One on the shot clock. They got it off in time this time around. Picked up by Kamenikova, whose scoring woes continue. Canada awaits the winner of Brazil and Japan. And France under 5 minutes away from going back to the quarterfinal. Weaking away from everybody is Blahova. Right side, travel called on Hamsova. She looked up and saw there was a player open, but took one step too many. Now Emma Rateska is checked in. On the fly pass is Rico, far side. Down low is Kita, who went one-on-one with Pavasova. Pavasova on the foul. Rico trying to escape Blahova. Chest pass in there to Kita. Kita with the shot and draws the contact. Both teams over the limit.
Third personal foul, number 5, páté. Osobní vítěz používá hráčka čísla 5 Igor Senov.
That's the third foul on Večerová. 4:10 to go, regulation. France ahead by more than 30. 60-27 is the score. On Friday, it'll be USA and most likely France in the quarterfinal. Lane violation, they will count it. The lane violation on Czechia, but they'll count the free throw. 61-27. Naima Quadio will get some more time on the floor. She has yet to hit a field goal in the entire tournament. She may be able to do it as we're close to the end of the game. Well, Czechia, the host team, ended up 1-2 in group play, which was good for third place in Group D. Bucket is good for Večerová. Lost to Japan and Spain, but picked up their lone win against Argentina back on Sunday. And they're not going out of the bracket without a fight. Well indicated by Emma Blahova's hustle for the ball. And Rico checks out for France. From the side, it was Berzanova inbounded to Blahova. And Berzanova with the entry pass to Večerová, off the mark. .310 to go in the round of 16. Shot off the mark from Mayel. A lot of red shirts piling up for the ball. Possession arrow will stay with France. And Berzanova is bleeding a bit, so she will have to head out for at least a little while as the medical staff tends to her. In the meantime, France, another chance as Tagayi is looking for Rico, but couldn't keep it in bounds. There's a free throw situation. Czechia 7 for 10. And it's stripped and an easy deuce for Rico. Make it 63 to 29. And a timeout called by Czechia as they are behind, and this layup from Sullen Rico more or less makes this official. 2:44 to go in this.
These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
63-29 as the time ticks away in regulation. France capitalizing off the turnovers, a total of 24 points. Czechia with only 7. And France with an explosion in the second quarter, but their scoring has not fared well in the second half. Agayi sends it over to Mayel. Try to match her jersey number with the three-pointer, but could not. Czechia having trouble again, and they throw it away. Tagayi now has it. Rico trying to get away from Blahova. Not able to cut to the left side, but gives it to Mayel instead. Puts it up off the glass, off the mark. This game again has been all France, and you can see why. Mayel with the finish. She gets the strip and the shot. It will be free throws the rest of the way for France and Czechia. Hungary advancing to the next round with a 77-51 win over Nigeria. Genga Josipovic, 2 rebounds shy of a double-double. She ended up with 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 strips. Final 80 seconds in this one. Wadio looking for the overhead pass. As that flies out. (65-29). 10 on the shot clock, a minute to go in regulation. Looking at the line score, Czechia with only 5 points in the quarter. That's the least they have put up until now. France with 9 points in the fourth, same in the third. Second one is good. Matter of fact, they've updated the scores now. France is leading Czechia 11-7 in the final quarter. Nonetheless, France took advantage early on and gave the home team the business. Mael with a couple of buckets in the second half has that erased by Kana. Then on the shot clock, Pitarova and Czechia looking for one more clean shot. They get it off and saves it. Nice save. Hamzova underneath, and it's blocked away. It's over to Mael, who will go for two more, misses it with 3 seconds to go, and it will go to France, who could just run the clock out as a quarterfinal date with the United States is on the horizon. 3 seconds to go, breakaway from the stack, taken by Hamzova. Hamzova will fire it away, and that's the ball game. France advances to the quarterfinal as they defeat Czechia 65-31. Top scorer for Czechia, Emma Kamenikova, who was ice cold in the second half with 7 points, all of them coming for the first quarter. Emma Ratecha with 7 as well. France took over with Nell Angloma and Ayanoa Risache leading the way with 13 points apiece. So now the bracket becoming more clear these days. Canada awaits the winner of Brazil and Japan. Hungary awaits the winner of Argentina and Australia. But the two matchups that have been confirmed now is USA against France and Portugal taking on Spain. We'll fill out the other half of the bracket in just a few moments. Thank you all for joining us wherever you may be from Brno, Czechia. And Czechia with one last send-off to their home fans before they play in the classification game. They were great hosts. And by way of that, I mean the fans came in droves, and they end up 1-2 in Group D play, and they fall short in the round of 16. I'll be back on Friday for coverage of 2 quarterfinal matchups. But until then, I'll send it over to Justin Taylor, who will have the call for the game between Brazil and Japan in 20 minutes. And for those sticking around at Stades Arena, Australia and Argentina will get underway in 40 minutes. Glenn Blarmer will have the call. This be Aaron Sanders saying keep on watching the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. We'll talk again on Friday, but until then, there are plenty of good sports out there, so you be one too. So long, everybody.